Miss Shanika's best friend, BFF, Eva Marcel, Eva the Diva, is calling out Claressa Shields for her unprofessionalism, y'all. Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. So, today we are talking Claressa Shields. Surprise, surprise. AKA Pap's Mistress. AKA Pap's Entanglement. AKA Pap's Pick Me. AKA Pap's Side Chick. Or as Chris Cyborg would say, it is duck hunting season. Claressa Shields this time might have done herself in. Claressa Shields has gone too far once again, but the thing of it is, Atlanta doesn't play about their celebrities, about their radio hosts, about their reality stars, all of this and all of that. Claressa, we're not in Kansas no more. We're not in Detroit no more. We're not in Flint, Michigan anymore. You know what I mean? We're not in your home state where you can get that home cooking, where you can get that home glazing, where you can get those articles to not even acknowledge the opponent and be disrespectful, like with what happened with Franchon Cruz. She had to get up there on press day and say, allow me to reintroduce myself, because y'all playing up here. You're not going to get away with that type of stuff in Atlanta. You're not going to be getting away with what happened in Michigan, where Franchon Cruz found out last minute that the ring size she normally fights in was smaller. See, the sabotage attempts and all the things to make a fight easier for you in Michigan, that's not going to go down in Atlanta. And so what has happened, because of Claressa Shields' viral crash out live that she always does whenever things do not go her way, whenever the public is not on her side, which is almost all of the time, she gets on the internet and tries to disturb our peace. She gets on the internet and tries to convince the people it was all a scheme that Todd set up to bring us with the BS. Anybody that speaks against Claressa or holds her accountable, they're all paid bots. They're all putting out false narratives. They're all just making up lies as they go. They don't know the truth. They are all brokies. You know what I'm saying? They're all goofies. They're all groupies. All the greatest hits that Claressa always says, right? So as you guys know, the viral clip the other day on Young Jock's show, Miss Shanika asked the $1 million question that everybody's been asking. How long are you going to continue to entertain a married man? How long are you going to continue to entertain a married man? And again, all these podcasts, all these talk shows, all these radio shows that Claressa has been on, whether solo or with Pap, y'all should have been asked that question. Y'all should have been asked that question. Oh, y'all thought Claressa was going to fight y'all on the spot? Y'all thought Claressa was going to beat y'all up in the studio? Y'all should have been asked that question. And Charlemagne was laughing during all of it because he said he likes messy radio. And he remembers Shanika from his days with Wendy Williams. So that wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? Somebody, even if you didn't know Shanika's history and just even heard Charlemagne say that, you would have to put two and two together, Claressa, that Shanika's not new to this, she's true to this, that she's been out here, right? But Claressa, like I said, she never likes backlash. She never likes it when the public is not on her side and she is getting drug up and through here. And she has showed plenty of times, anytime you drag her or Pap about this entanglement, about her being a pick-me for a married man, about her being out loud like this for a married man, that she threatens to fight you. She threatens to beat you up. You know how she slapped Alicia Baumgartner based off of old comments about Pap? You know how she pushed Franchon Cruz in heels at the melee at the weigh-in and everything else, and it turned into a back and forth on multiple live streams of Franchon saying that she been knew before even the public knew, even before Remy exposed this, that you were entertaining a married man, and you pulled her and someone else into a room to let them know? No. So after the backlash of that interview, right? Because Claressa thought that she did something amazing by deflecting to Remy and thought that there was going to be, some dragging of Remy. And that, of course, is not going to happen because everybody sees through you and Pap now. So then you call out the interviewer. You call out Miss Shanika and say that the question was corny. Then you make threats on social media that nobody's going to play with you again in these interviews with questions and all of this and all of that you're going to be on some different type of time. Basically threatening the people. And my thing is, if you have to do all of this, maybe you shouldn't go on interviews. Because you think that you can just control what everybody's got to say. And that you could just have all of these radio stations and platforms and podcasts in your back pocket to do and say what you want them to do. And that's just not how things work, right? So ultimately, as well, what has happened is we had the Crash Out Live. I did a part 1. I have to do a part 2 because apparently there was even more foolishness that Claressa still was saying and still talking cash, S-H-I-T, about Shanika that I just felt was unnecessary. I just felt it just didn't, you know what I'm saying? It was unnecessary. The math didn't math. And now because Shanika was made aware that you're trying to do some grimy stuff, that you're trying to smear her name, you're trying to attack her and everything else, you're trying to throw shade at her, you decide to get on the internet and shame this woman, fat shame her, attack her credentials, attack her career, make allegations that she cheated on her husband with a barber. Again, I don't know of any of that to be true. I don't know Shanika. I don't know her personal life. But you're doing the same thing you did with Alicia Baumgartner and Franchon Cruz and others, is you try to attack their personal lives. Is you try to shame them via their personal lives when you have no room to talk about anybody's personal life. You have no room to fat shame anybody if you or anyone in your family is overweight, as far as I'm concerned. So, Eva the Diva. Those of you who may know Eva Marcel from America's Next Top Model, you may know Eva Marcel as the actrice, as the star of All the Queen's Men. You may know Eva Marcel as, you know what I'm saying, a Real Housewives of Atlanta housewife. You may know Eva Marcel, who was on that Eat, Pray, Love show with Nivea and somebody else on that show on the Peacock that I believe either came out like last year or something like that, where they had traveled to a few different places on some Eat, Pray, Love type of stuff, on some healing type of stuff, and all of the things. That Eva you may know from the Ricky Smiley Morning Show. She is a best friend of Miss Shanika in Atlanta, and she has something to say that we are going to get into now. In the comments on Hollywood Unlocked's Instagram account, Eva Marcel in her official verified Instagram account said the following. Now wait one goddamn minute. Are we talking about the same interview? because this is a whole lot of aftermath energy, considering there was nothing but space and opportunity on air. Let's keep it cute. You two are both beautiful black women, but me nor the entire town play about Miss Shanika with a flower emoji. And she is nothing but beautiful, so watch her throat on the weight. Hashtag respectfully. And then there's another comment I want to get into as well with a pin. It has a pin emoji and it says, respectfully, if you're going to live in Atlanta, you should do your research and understand the pioneers that have been around and built the city. We will not discount Miss Shanika because you don't know who she is. She's been on the radio for years and everyone knows who she is in the community. Every radio station, blog, etc. have the same questions because legally he is still married, referring to Pap, referring to Remy's husband. The disrespect true Atlanteans get from the people who move, visit, and then bring their business here is crazy. And Eva Marcel co-signed that comment. Here's the thing, Claressa. I don't think you understand who you're dealing with in Atlanta and how hard the city rides for each other. There are a lot of different cliques of celebrities, of reality stars that run and dominate Atlanta, but they also have the power to get people up on out of there. They have the power to run you straight out of Atlanta and make your life a living HELL. You already allegedly pissed off the people in New York. You've already pissed off New York City, where those people do not want to see you anymore with your shenanigans and your foolishness. You don't want a situation where you're going to have to run up on out of Atlanta because of your nonsense. There is nobody that is going to co-sign you being with a married man. Shanika asked the right question. She asked the right question, and you're mad because you were expecting your little jab about Remy to gain motion, gain traction. And you're also mad because Remy was made aware of this interview and threw her shot back. Because remember, she said, anytime your current come up does any talking, does any yapping, she's coming. Anytime you say Remy's name or try to reference Remy or try to do anything in relation to Remy, she is coming. And that is what happened. So she exposed, not only did she say Pap's name and why you effing lying, that Pap never ghost wrote anything. She said prior to the song even starting that she will be single when her husband stops trying to ask her for half and that he ain't getting SHOT. And I'm sure it was Pap that told Claressa the opposite. Oh, Remy's trying to get all of my millions, and I wrote everything for her. Knowing daggone well he's broke by broke Pap. Knowing daggone well Pap ain't got a penny to his name unless, Claressa, you are providing an allowance for him. You did all that stunting, all that fake checking on the internet, trying to make it seem like Pap is this powerful businessman. Where are all the New York rappers to back such claims? Where are all the people at to back those allegations? Like, it gets to a point. It really gets to a point. But ultimately, Eva and other Atlanta folks, they're saying, listen, we don't play about Miss Shanika here. You better do your research. And if you think you're just going to slander people who do not suck up to you, who do not ask the questions you want asked, maybe you shouldn't do interviews or these radio stations and podcasts and the sort will just stop talking to you altogether. So that is it for this video. I need y'all to do y'all biggest one. I need y'all to do me a favor, and that is to hype the video. Hype the video, please. There is that. That is it. That is all. It's todos es final. It's finito. It's the end of the road. It's the end of the line for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post the content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.